President Kerry, fellow Rotarians and guests. Now, you'll not be surprised that I'm up here talking about jumbo tennis. I'm managing to get filing in as well this time. Now, jumbo tennis continues to go from strength to strength. Since the 2009 tournament, we have raised $145,000. But for the past few years, we've been developing a package to sell to other Rotary clubs, so they can also have fun fundraising. So we're actually developing a business here, Laura. With that in mind, we had a booth at the Rotary Convention in December 2014. We ran demonstration matches in Civic Square. The photos rolling in the background show some of the highlights on the day. Neither Bruce nor I were prepared to pick up a racket and play. Our skills laid elsewhere. We came away from the convention with a list of clubs in both New Zealand and Australia, so that's prospecting, really, isn't it? Interested in signing up. Interestingly, most people do want to hold on to a racket, and I now ask people if they can have a photo taken, and we will put them up on our Facebook page. Tuku has taken that idea to a new height. He says we should be running a competition to give somebody a free team, but I'll have to discuss that with the committee. Now, my mind has been focused on keeping sure that we keep the rackets and protect them. They are, after all, worth about $450 each. Now, a friend of mine suggested that what they needed was a guitar case-like item to put them in, and from that idea a prototype was produced. We did start calling it a little coffin, but we're trying not to keep saying that. Now, we negotiated discounted rates for materials from Mitre 10 in Wanganui. The men's shed in Wanganui have made them. Now, you know that the men's shed has got links to Rotary as well. And then Colin Chapman's company, 360 Degree Logistics, paid the fee that the men's club were asking for to put them together. Now, my family live in Wanganui, and so I go there regularly, and I bought the 11 little cases back over a variety of trips because the car only holds 3 cases. I can pick them up by myself, but I couldn't get more than 3. So then I needed to ensure that they were actually managed properly. Now, I'm a record keeper, and that means barcodes and file barcodes and things. So I negotiated with online security services who run off-site storage. Rebecca and I will barcode. Oh, we haven't got the racket here. Where's the racket, William? Well, so feel free to bring it up, Peter, so you can just demonstrate to people how to hold it. Peter's been involved. So we're going to barcode these rackets, and we're going to put the rackets into the little cases, and then they're going to be lodged. Thank you, Peter. So you'll see that down the side we've got the property of the Rotary Club of Wellington, so they will not be being lost. Now, this is better than keeping them in my garage, which every time I open the door, if it's a southerly, the sand blows in. If it's a good southerly, the seaweed comes. So they'll be safer. Now, the first jumbo tennis tournament to be held outside Wellington will be in Dunedin, and Jonathan Usher, those of you who are at the tournament will know that he was a very active player for the Z retail team, and he's also a magician. He's organised for a tournament on the 6th of November in Dunedin. He's using the tournament as a way of engaging youngsters into the Rotary activities. He also has Queenstown and Invercargill as sites. He sees a national jumbo tennis tournament. I like his thinking. So that first case made its way down, and he's been negotiating with his naming rights sponsors, and he said to me that they really enjoyed it when they went outside from their meeting. He was holding on the racket. The people see it, they want to hold it. It's a very engaging thing. So in the meantime, Jumbo Tennis Wellington is out and about. You'll see a picture of Femke holding on to the racket, William as well. Femke could be your secret weapon when it comes to being in a jumbo tennis team. She can help train you to do it better. We already have prizes committed from Elements Cafe and the Quarter Acre Cafe in Manukau. Tuku has been helping with software to manage the games. Gray has agreed to coordinate the logistics again. Duncan is in charge of prizes. He knows that now. Gillian's working on the raffle. Ken's checking out recipes for easy food, and Peter Cornish will coordinate the draw. And to you new Rotarians, if you haven't yet had your Rotary moment, that is when you have the aha moment that you know you've done the right thing by joining Rotary. Please get involved with jumbo tennis. You can do that by organising a team, cooking sausages, whatever. Now, there's something more exciting that I need to tell you today too, that I'm pleased to let you know that we have a new naming rights sponsor for jumbo tennis. Yui, if you'd like to stand up, please. Non-Such Consulting will be the naming rights sponsor for jumbo tennis for the next 3 years. Thank you, Yui.
So, as you know, jumbo tennis, apparently about a year ago, Wellington Rotary decided that they would ring fence the surplus from jumbo tennis and make some decisions about where they would donate that surplus. And this year it is going $10,000 to each year to 2 organisations, and I wondered if Judy and Victor would like to come forward, and also Jane. So Island Bay Marine Education Centre got $10,000, and Jane from Autism New Zealand. So if you'd like to come forward, and I'll present you with your cheques. There you go. And here, congratulations, welcome. Thank you. You can both have a minute. Is that all right? There you go. Jane, you can do this. Yeah. Don't waste the minute.
I'm not wasting it. We're incredibly proud of being selected to be able to be the recipients of this award and this great grant that was given to us. And we just feel the same way about giving back something to the city. We've been working now for 18 years trying to teach the next generation about some of the life that's in our local seas, and we're going to continue doing that as long as we can, and this will help us again for this time.
Thank you, everyone. Just a word about where the $10,000 will be going to. When Victor and I first started out our education programs over 18 years ago, one of our aims was to employ young people to pass on what we've been passing on for the last 18 years. Sarah first visited us with her mother. She wasn't allowed out by herself. She was only 3 years old at the time. She came with her kindergarten group. Since then, she's got a master's degree in marine conservation from Victoria University, and now she's working with us, teaching early childhood centres, people with special needs, elderly people, and all of our smaller groups. The $10,000 will be going towards helping pay Sarah's wages. So thank you all so much.
We're getting very old.
On behalf of Autism New Zealand and Dane Dugan, our Chief Executive, who hasn't quite made it here, I just really want to give a really heartfelt thanks to you all for the $10,000, which is going to our early bird program for Autism New Zealand. Now, William Somerville, I had a wine with, I think it was at your Rotary wine tasting, it's all your fault, about a year ago, and I had this dream, and he took this dream, and with Helen, we're going to bring early bird. Now, early bird, for those who probably might not know, this is a UK program from from the Autistic Society in the UK, and it's a world-renowned early intervention program for children and families with being diagnosed with autism less than 5 years, sort of from 18 months. And at the moment it's only run in Auckland. It's a 9-week program working with families. And because it's in Auckland, it's very hard to bring our coaches down to other parts of New Zealand. So once we heard we've got 10,000, guess what? The dream is coming true. We are in the middle of recruiting. I'm the HR person as well as I'm the general manager of our education programs and HR. So I'm in the middle of recruiting our new early bird coaches for Wellington. We will train them hopefully in October, and we'll hope to run the program at the end of this year or early next year. And I would just love, maybe jumbo tennis can go to other areas, we can get early bird into other areas all around New Zealand. And if we are, I think, going to be, again, on your list for next year's charities, that's fantastic, because that actually allows us to be sustainable. Because part of the licence we have from the UK is we can't charge families. We can ask for a donation or something like that. And because we don't get any other funding from government or things. So this is absolutely fantastic to get this into our Wellington families with young families with autism. So thank you for that dream, making a dream come true. We've got lots of other dreams, and if anyone else wants to help with lots of other fundraising and things, that would be really great as well. So thank you.